So there are times when we need to upgrade technology and improve methodology, but there are other times when we really don't need to change what already works. If you think about just getting back to the fundamentals of movement, this is a really interesting discovery here of some very vintage off-the-ground training equipment that was used for decades with children. I grew up using this type of gear. And interestingly, this is the year 2016. This hasn't been taken out. It's been maintained and painted, and it's been used for decades. So I remember growing up on equipment like this where you would do some exploration and kind of move through this weaving type of contraption and slide down to the ground there using your grip strength and some fine motor control in the hands and fingers, wrapping the legs around it at times. Look at this, different pull-up bar configurations, monkey bar, the ladder going across, and it's also in a different kind of a plush shape design, so a child could go down to the center and then come across laterally or do some basic pull-ups there, right? Here's another configuration. It doesn't have the slide in the center, but I remember in first grade we had one of these and just crawling all around and going up inside of it and just learning about body space, kinesthetic awareness. And then we have the old-fashioned swing set, the high swing set, where you can actually just get in a very plain piece of rubber here, right? And just learn about risk-taking and how high you could swing and jump off without breaking your arm, and figure it out. So again, this is old retro stuff. I'm just so ecstatic that it's still here. And it doesn't take a lot to make some basic equipment that actually works. Here we got a pole and some tires, and you can jump up there and figure out what to do with it. If all else fails, you can use the rock. And here's more of a modern example. Nothing wrong with this stuff, right? It's a little more upgraded. But still, the guiding principles are here. We've got some off-the-ground training using grip strength, some vestibular load on a circular slide. So this is a little bit of a modern approach, but still, you know, the kids are learning how to manipulate their body through that. A ring, you can go down the center here and up through, a little exploration. Tubes were used back in the day too with just barrels, but now we have a little modern technology with the plastics. And here's a modern version of the monkey bars, right? Some overhead ladders in a serpentine circular fashion. And here's some ring types. I mean, this is actually, it's kind of an offshoot of the La Sierra High School off-the-ground training when they used something similar to this with a straight bar instead of a ring. It was called the milking machine in those days in the early 1960s. So anyway, a little tour into the history of some off-the-ground training equipment with the modern upgrades. It's nice to see it all here, and the old stuff hasn't been removed.